welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mirabel, and if you are just joining us for the first time, this is the first time you're seeing this face, first time you're coming across my videos, I am really grateful and I want you to stick by subscribing. That's what I mean. So you should pause at this point and subscribe to my YouTube channel. But if you are a returning subscriber and you've been here before, you've seen my videos before, you should know that part of my heart belongs to you. Yeah, thank you for stopping by again. This girl here is super grateful to you for all your support, and I do not take it for granted at all. Now, I have been away for like 3 weeks or 2 weeks. Okay, my excuse, you know what, I want to be accountable to this channel, right? So if there are any time that I am not around or I'm not present or I don't drop a video like I ought to, I am definitely going to explain my reason for being absent. So please, I'm sorry for being away. I know I am supposed to be consistent and I am supposed to like fight really hard to stay consistent, but I'm doing my best. Life has not been lifing. Okay, yeah, so that's like a Nigerian joke or term that we use over here, and I think most Nigerians would get the hang of it and what it means. I'm sorry to my non-Nigerian subscribers. I really do not have any idea how I could explain that joke to you. Okay, so moving on, and today's episode or today's video, because yeah, on today's video I am going to be talking about something that affects us all. I'm going to be talking about something that affects us all, like especially those of us who are in our 20s. Now, I discovered something from the beginning. Like once you're 20, there is always this pressure to want to do better. You want to achieve all your aims before 25. You want to do everything before you get to 25. I know most ladies will even say things like, oh, I'm going to get married before 25, I would have had my first kid. And then guys will say things like, I would have had my house, bought a car, maybe gotten my second master's, my second degree before I get to 25. Now, for some ladies or some people generally now, they may say something like, oh yeah, I want to get a degree before I get to 25 or something like that. I want to get a second degree before I get 25 or something like that. And you know, you already know when you want to graduate from university. You already know if you want to do a second master's, a second degree or not, or you just want to do business, you want to work, you already have all that plans figured out. Now when these plans are you know, they don't amount to anything, or maybe for one reason or the other you are unable to meet up with these plans, you feel, well, let me not say like a failure, because I think saying you feel like a failure is kind of a heavy word, or like too heavy for what I want to try to describe. But you feel inadequate, you feel like you're not enough. Now in your 20s, some of the things you shouldn't worry about is if you are not yet financially stable. The reason I say this is because I feel like the 20s is, you know, that point where you're figuring out your life, you're figuring out about what you want to do. For some people, they want to do a 9 to 5. For some people, they want to do business, and then some people don't want to work. Now, for those of us who maybe are doing 9 to 5 or doing business, there is always that pressure of, oh, where am I going to with this? When am I going to have my breakthrough? When am I going to like make it big and have lots of money? And you know, you have to slow down. Yeah, you really have to slow down. You have to calm down, because you're just 20 something. Like, you're not more than 20 something. It's okay for you not to have it all figured out. It's okay for you not to know what you want to do next. It's okay for you not to even know what you're going to do in the next 5 years. It's totally okay. As long as you're not idling away each day, it's very, very okay, trust me. Now for me, I let me tell you guys a very short story. So in Nigeria, when you're done with the university, you have to do a compulsory 1 year service. I think Ghana does that as well. Now you have to do a compulsory 1 year service. We call it the NYSC. And during that period, you're usually made to work in a corporate environment. Yeah, usually. Now some people are actually posted to schools where they teach. The idea of the whole 1 year service thing is for you to gain work experience and know what the work environment is like. So usually you are supposed to be working in an environment related to what you studied in school. So for me, I was posted to a university, right? And I kind of wasn't doing anything related to what I studied in school. I was doing something different. So it wasn't like I really had much time to think or anything like that. So before the end of the service year, I was already, people were already asking questions. Well, so what's going to be next? What are you doing next? What's coming up for you after your service year? What do you have in store? Do you want to get married? And I'm like, I am not even done with the service year, and everybody's already, asking questions like this. What if I don't know what I want to do? I mean, it was a very confusing period for me. At some point, I think I almost, slipped into depression because I was so worried. I mean, I was, my friends were already, oh, I submitted my CV in this company, I submitted my CV here. I'm like, Mirabelle, is it that you're not a serious person? Like, you're not serious with your life? You know, like, I don't know. Is it that you're just not a serious person? That's what I was asking myself. Is it that you don't have any goal in life or something? But then the reason I kept asking myself these questions was because I kept feeling pressured by my immediate environment, friends, family, strangers, everybody trying to find out what I wanted to do. And I knew for a fact that I did not want to continue teaching. I knew that for a fact. So it was okay, go job hunting. And then okay, yeah, I was doing a business already before the end of my service year. So I also wanted to continue that and all of that. So I was really torn. I kept thinking and thinking and thinking, going back and forth. Okay, should I just get a job? Should I do this? Should I do that? It was a lot for me. Yeah, it was a lot to take in. But what I did was I think part of what helped me was I spoke to my mom, and she encouraged me to take some months off. Okay, you know what, you're just finishing your service year, why don't you calm down and really decide what you want to do? It's not going to hurt for you to take a few months off, maybe 2 months, 3 months, whatever you need. Just take some time off to properly think of what you want to do with yourself, your life, and your future. And that was it. And suddenly the pressure just, calmed. Like, I was really calm. And from there I was able to decide on what I wanted to do. I am going to, talk about all of that, what I later decided to do. But on today's video, I just want to really encourage you that, dear 20s, we are the Gen Zs, right? Okay, dear Gen Z, you are not supposed to have your life all figured out at 25. You are not. There is no rule, no book, no commandments, no regulation, no law anyway that states that we have to have our lives figured out before a certain age. It is a race, quite all right, yeah, but you're not racing with anybody, you're racing with yourself. You're racing to be better than the you of yesterday. You're racing to be better than the you of the previous year. You're not racing to be better than anybody, because the truth is, at the end of the day, everybody arrives their destination at different times. We all have different things we want to do, we all have different goals, we all have different things we want to achieve in life, and it doesn't matter when you get to achieve yours. What matters is that you achieve it. What matters is that you will get there. So stop trying to feel pressured. It's difficult, it's very difficult, especially in a fast racing world, in our fast racing world of today, where your friend is like, oh, I'm getting married, I'm relocating to a new country, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, oh, I just got a new job and it came with a relocation offer and all of that. It's easy to want to feel like you're not enough. It is easy for you to feel like you're not doing enough and you're not working hard enough. You know, this video is actually more for me than for you out there, because I think I am also talking to myself. I am also, you know, trying to tell myself to calm down with the pressure, because I am not supposed to have it all figured out yet. I am very much still in my 20s, and I still have a couple of years to go before I leave the 20th floor. So it's why am I in a hurry? Is there a price for the first person who gets to buy a house, buy a car, or gets to have their lives figured out before 30? No, there's no price for that. There's no present for that. Everybody just gets to where they are going to at their own time, and it's fine. So it's not something you should pressure yourself about. You shouldn't have to tell yourself you're not enough or feel bad because your friend is doing better or your friend is in a better place. And what matters here, guys, what really matters here is that you are taking a step each day of your life. Like, you're not just sitting down, you're not just deciding not to move, you're taking a step. Even if the step you're taking, even if it's not progressive, maybe you take a step and maybe you take 2 steps and then you stop and take 1 back and then you take 3. That's fine, that's okay. It's okay, it's fine. There is nothing wrong with that. Trust me, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, you're still going to arrive at your goal. So yes, tell yourself, dear 20-something-year-old, you do not have to have your life figured out. You do not have to know everything you want to do all at the same time. The truth is, the funny thing is that at the end of the day, sometimes you get to the next year and you discovered, oh, I could actually learn a new skill and add to what I'm currently doing, or I could go back to school and get another degree. You know, you could decide anything you want to do. The 20s is great because that is the time you get to figure out what you want to do. It is the time you get to figure out your passion, the things you really love, the things you really want to do for the rest of your life. The 30s is when a lot of people make money. Now, don't get me wrong, there are 20-year-olds, 20-something-year-olds who are making a lot of money right now. That is their race. Yes, there's no crime in also figuring it out in your 20s. So, you can figure it out. You cannot figure it out. It's not a crime. You didn't do nothing wrong, and you're going to be just fine at the end of the day. So I do not want this video to be, you know, too long because, well, I don't want to blab away. So until you see me again, you see my face again, I hope I return really soon, because I have some content planned down. I just need some time to execute them. But until then, please subscribe to my YouTube channel like right now. If you haven't subscribed before, please subscribe right now. Hit the subscription button down below and subscribe. Bye.